the devil within us that seeks around like a roaring lion to devour others. So this is a concept that I kind of thought about recently, but it's something that I've learned about for a very long time. I read a book when I was 19 that went over the 4 different ways that we go into power struggles with others. So what I did is I adapted that to the Bible, and I was able to see the same 4 cast of characters that it talks about. So when we look at the 4 different types of power struggles, we look at the interrogator, the intimidator, the aloof person, and the shy person. Not the shy, the poor me. So those correlate to the intimidator being Goliath, the interrogator being the Pharisees, the aloof person being Martha, and the poor me person being Adam. So basically what happens in our life is we're around certain people who have one of those 4 power struggles going on, and they transfer it onto us. So what happens is which one of those 4 power struggles is, they get you to fall into that trap, and then you either take on the complementary personality to that, or you take on the opposite personality to that. And what happens over time is these things actually become unconscious. It just becomes subconscious behavior that automatically comes out. So what I mean when I say that it's like a devil that seeks out like a roaring lion, that's what happens with us, is we want to project that onto others constantly, because that's our survival mechanism, that our ego keeps our personality constant. So we're always looking for opportunities to start playing out those power struggles based on those inner conflicts that we have. So it's really good to know that. And now that we know that, we look at how the different people dealt with those 4 in the Bible. So Adam tried to guilt trip God, and God didn't let that happen. Goliath tried to be intimidating and aggressive, and David said no, and he took it out with the littlest thing. That was like a nugget of truth. When we look at the aloof, we look at Martha, what happened? It was like, Martha, you were busy with so many things. Like she got called out on it, and it made sense to her. And then when we look at the Pharisees, they're interrogators. They were constantly on Jesus about things. I mean, they even brought him to court, and that adds the interrogation of, Pontius Pilate and all that stuff. So I think it's important to look at these 4 different types of power struggles. We can see that as something biblical, and it's a way that we can actually not only help others, but it's a way we can help ourselves. And the most important thing we can do is, once we're aware of these power struggles in others, is we want to remain neutral. We don't want to try to fall into the complementary or the opposite trap. We want to do our best to be able to get them out of it. And that's why Jesus really preached so much on loving your neighbors. When we love other people, we have that compassion for other people, it's going to be kind of a natural process for us to help pull them out of those power struggles that they find themselves in. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you.